Hello, Voyagers. So,
good morning to all.
I did a clip yesterday about waiting to get to Spain to collect my thoughts and everything, but I've seen lots of your comments saying we can't wait to hear, so we're going to do it now. But also, look at these two. Do you remember? We are the live stream lads. This is my husband, Bernard Forbes. You may remember in the live stream he was sitting behind and playing Tetris.
Ordering every record on the planet.
For those of you who've seen the one where I start to cry and everything, he was behind tapping away on his iPad. That's because he was ordering and crashing the site to get the stuff actually during the live stream. And this is Georgi, who was sort of to the side of me as well. And then there was another chap as well who was looking at me as if I was mad. That's his husband, but he unfortunately hasn't been able to make it to London. But he's been watching all the stuff as well. So this video contains spoilers. So if you are avoiding the internet, which I've tried it before and it never works. If you're trying to avoid the internet so that you don't get certain mentions of songs and things that have happened, we had a discussion about what we should be talking about, and it seems pretty common now that a lot of stuff is out there. A lot of people know what's in the show and everything, so we feel comfortable that we can discuss what we saw, what we felt, and everything as well. So husband is a fan, kind of, because otherwise we divorce. And Georgi, how would you describe your association with ABBA and the fans?
Okay, just for all, I'm just a standard ABBA listener. Since I'm 43 years old, so they've been always a part in my music choice. But I'm not a big fan. I like their music. I don't know the background, the history. I was just attending the show to have fun, and I really enjoyed it. But
he referred to being infected by me into fandom. So that was from the paper review video, which I've also posted. So basically, we arrived on the 25th, and we were lucky enough to get premiere tickets in the dance floor area. So thank you to the management for inviting us. We're very honoured. So we did attend the premiere. We were dressed up to the nines. We were very, very smart, and we were in the dance floor area in the very, very middle, which is the best place, I think, to be. So there's a little tip for you. Not right at the front, but stand back a little bit, because it's a 360 experience, and so you want to be bang in the middle, really. You were also saying, no, you've got to come a bit more over, sort of ushering us to be bang central. So the arrival in the area, it was people have come from Australia, United States, Sweden, Germany, Holland, Argentina, Bulgaria, from everywhere. Everybody came to see this show. It's in the custom-built arena, and it is groundbreaking. That's all I can say. Bernie is quite sort of techie with things like that, and we've also got a friend that does lighting for other pop acts, and he said that it's quite astonishing, the sort of things that they've done. So we'll dive straight in. So we went into the arena, and there's this kind of eerie music sort of in the background as people are assembling for the beginning of the show, and you can hear tiny bits of ABBA music, but it's been put through filters to sound sort of spooky and whatever.
And then the back projection of a forest. Snow.
And I'm sure I saw a little deer or something jumping through. So there are so many tiny little subtle things, which is why I've seen it 3 times. So we could pick it. I've been 3 times. He's been twice, and you've been twice as well. So I went on the 26th, 27th, 28th. You went on the 26th, 27th, and then I went 27th, 28th. So we've all seen it more than once and everything. So if you want to add anything, I'm not going to do all the talking here.
Just be prepared for a great evening or afternoon. The arena is not very big. You have the exact figures. 1,000
maximum 3,000. It's about 1,400 or so down in the dance area. You're not crushed in. You can move about, so there's plenty of space to dart around and have a bit of a.
Just prepare to have a good time. Take comfortable shoes with you because you will be dancing, regardless.
And then the seating area is about 2,000 something. So it all adds up to, which is good because it's not Wembley Arena, which is 15,000. It would have been, really 4 little pinpricks in the distance. You actually, anywhere you're sitting, doesn't matter where you're sitting, they've thought of you. You will have a fantastic view. And that brings us into what I would say, the lighting. I think is one of the things, because what we were told by Svanna and Ludwig is to bring the physical into the digital and vice versa, so that you don't, after a while, you don't realise that what you're seeing is it's not a projection, it's not a hologram, it is something new, something that we still haven't worked out.
We still haven't worked out how it works.
No.
After seeing the show several times, we've been really observing the small details, and you have really the sensation that they're live on stage.
Yeah.
For
they are three-dimensional. They are.
There are some
They've got depth.
Without saying too much, you will see them moving on stage, and you have the sensation that really on stage, live, and especially the effects on the movements of the clothing, everything is just perfect. They even disappear in the shadow. You can see
Just about see them standing at the back while Frida Agneta is doing their solo part, but you see the rest of the group. They walk. I thought the funny bit was when Benny came out at the beginning and did a little chat to the people. He just looked as if he was on the stage. So what I tended to do, and what I was finding myself doing, was looking at the central part, which is where the avatars are actually live. And then there are also very huge screens either side, which you can glance up at as well, which are giving you alternative angles of the same shot, which brings you to think that that's all been coordinated with extra cameras as well to give everybody. I'm sorry, Matt, hands are covering your faces. Is to bring different angles in of the same shot, so as if a cameraman was going around. You get side angles.
It's what happens in these big events.
But the cameramen aren't there, obviously.
With one word, you'll be enjoying a real live concert, like you have been 40 years ago in one of their live concerts back at that time. This was, for me, as a standard fan, not a great fan, just as a guy who enjoys their music. I had the sensation that I'm on live concert on ABBA, and with the 2 new songs, even I had the sensation they performed them live. So you'll have great fun. Let's
talk about
the different.
So I mean, everybody knows the set list. So again, it's spoilers. I've often said that the Visitors, which is the first song, that basically was quite unknown to shall we say the Hen Party people. They wouldn't ask for the Visitors, but I'm glad they put it in because it's very eerie entrance, and also it's quite apt that we're back in this kind of Soviet oppression period now with the Russia thing. So I think they possibly are doing a kind of thing. So we are again, all in that kind of. But it was a great. I mean, the way they come up from the bottom. I mean, when they come up, and you're still not sure what you're going to see, and then you see what you see, you just think,
wow,
oh my God, they are
right.
they're there. Like I was having like a little episode. They're there, and so that's the first. I mean, it's a really banger, and remember, it's a live band doing the music with the vocals, so the coordination between the band and the pre-recorded vocals is astonishing. It really is, and because we've been 3 times, that there are slight differences in the instrumentation, obviously. And then that goes straight into "Hole in Your Soul," which is again a great song that was performed in '79 live, but So those are two, shall we say, lesser known songs, but I'm glad they put them in because we're all big fans, so we know them very well. And then there's a little chat. Then the little Benny chat comes there, I think, doesn't it? And then he does a bit of Shakespeare and stuff like that. And then we go into SOS, isn't it?
One of my favorite songs that evening, because of the light show and everything, definitely was SOS. Just to get inspired, or the entire arena is put in light effects is just great. It was definitely one of my highlights. The SOS video with the new avatars and the light show.
Because you're getting these kind of white streaming lights coming through, but when they hit ABBA, that light continues through. So it looks as if the light, our physical light, because they are physical, is striking them, and obviously that's where the magic has been done with the Star Wars people, that they've managed to coordinate so that the light, the beam of light continues through and to ABBA. I even noticed the scuffs on the floor of the boots. Yeah, it was just the attention to detail.
So far we have not worked out how this system or how these new avatars have been created, because you have really the feeling there is a live person on stage.
They are 3D. It's not flat screen. When you look at the two screens, they're flat screens, and that you're not getting quite the kind of the 3D effect. But that's why I say train your eyes to just look at the avatars in the middle, because they're there. Like I kept on saying, they are there. And by song 3, so SOS, you forget that. You just now, okay, we're now into the concert and everything. I mean, the vocals are spot on. I mean, again, hats off to the live band and to the backing singers who are off to one side most of the time, because the coordination was flawless. I mean, I think they had a couple of months rehearsal, but just bravo to the band for the coordination, and because at the end of the day, the band can make a mistake or get out, but ABBA's recording will continue, so you've got to catch up. So there's all sorts of things that could go wrong, but just nothing went wrong at all ever. What other tracks were there? There was Summer Night City, which is more like panorama, so very, very wide screen. And also, when you're standing in the middle of the dance floor, for example, the vision comes from the front, but goes round the sides and everything, and then you know that there's probably something happening. So always have a glance round at the back as well, because there's stuff going on behind you as well, and to the sides and everything. Know Me Knowing You was spooky, because that they re-sang the song, and it's like a divorce song or a breakup song. And so you're wondering, how did they actually feel when they're looking into each other's eyes doing that reenactment of it's similar to the video, the angles and everything, but the effects were astonishing. You're not saying much.
I'm agreeing with you. If I disagreed,
one thing what I've realized is that obviously you could see that the screens have been pre-recorded, but the way the camera was going around them, you had the feeling that they're real on stage, because you have not got only the image from the front, you have the camera angles from the side.
So you can pick and choose where to watch over there.
You knew, okay, this is now really like a real live concert where the cameraman is walking around the group. So this was just perfectly done.
Because if you've ever been to the Eurovision Song Contest, when you're actually in the auditorium of the Eurovision Song Contest, you see the cameraman on the stage doing the shots. But of course, we didn't need those. It's better because there's no cameraman on the stage following the face or anything. So you're getting those angles, but you're not getting interrupted by the cameraman and everything.
We're not going to follow the song list.
Not all of it. No.
One of my favorite songs was
Gimme, Gimme, Gimme.
The light effect show. It's just perfect. Be prepared to be almost blown away from really a real live concert. And
watch out for the Frida solo.
And again, there the lighting is everywhere.
Brilliant.
Some of the effects are spectacular.
Absolutely. You think how on earth? And Lay All Your Love on Me is there as well.
Biggest. Sorry for interrupting.
The resemblance of the faces in Lay All Your Love on Me is just 100% spot on, and it's with the neon suits and angles from the top down, overviews of the piano playing and Agneta and Frida. This choreography is brilliant, and we know there's been body doubles used occasionally, but you don't know when that happens and when not. So it's been very, very well put together. Obviously, the Frida solos, legs kicking and everything. So we know that's a body double. You know, we're not silly, but the essence of the actual solo from '79 is there. It's exact. Bravo,
guys! You forgot so far one of the best tracks. Latest on Mamma Mia. Latest on Mamma Mia.
It starts with white beams.
The entire auditorium was already
CPR, heart attacks. You know, it's just amazing. By then you're in it. You forget that no one's actually there, but they are there. So you're in it. You're convinced. You think, oh yeah, that's it. And you're looking at, because it's 360, and even above your head you've got stuff going on. It's absolutely incredible.
The last track of the show was The Winner Takes It All.
Winner Takes It All. Now, The Winner Takes It All, if you watch it, there is a point where Agneta does the very last verse, and she just goes like that. I think that's the point where ABBA all started to cry, and they've edited it so that it's continuous. But I think when Agneta goes like that, that's where they broke down and cried, because I think Ludwig told everybody in one of his interviews that something happened on stage and they started to cry. We
became very emotional yesterday.
Oh yeah,
with
Chiquitita. That was we were seated in Zone D, row. What was it?
C25 and 26.
Row seats. You know, the row of 3 seats. We were in the back of that part there. I had a couple of empty seats next to me, and I was like this. And I think just here, I mean, I hadn't cried in the first 2 renditions of Chiquitita, but for some reason something struck a chord, and off I went. And he was like, "Are you okay?" And then he started to cry.
So without
something.
Just be prepared and look forward to a very nice event. You're going to enjoy it a lot. The arena is quite nicely done. You have a reception area outside with several bar areas, garderobes, and also food. The most important thing, merchandising.
Yeah. So yeah, guess who went a bit silly? I think I rung up a bill of £325. Okay, I bought 2 of these because one is for a friend. So this is £120, but it's worth it. And it's the 1979 triangles with Voyage. It's very nice. So I got 2 of those, and got the ABBA Voyage, sort of.
Just open it.
Blue and. That one. Really nice. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's it's once in a lifetime. They've got to make their money back somehow, because it's cost a fortune to put this on. So support them with the merchandise. So that's for me.
This is for me. Yeah.
And this is quite nice as well, because it's a bit retro. I got that one as well. Got a scarf.
Well, that is nice.
Well, yeah, I got the ABBA scarf. It's
made of?
It's an update. It's an update from.
Keep away from fire.
Yeah, keep away.
Exactly.
It's health and safety. It's an update from the 1970s. I remember getting something similar from the original fan club, but they put the Voyage.
But all the signatures are on it.
And the signatures on it. So got the scarf as well, and I got what they call it,
the EasyJet bag.
tote bag as well. So all that, I mean, at the end of the day, 300, and then of course you get in the bar you can get your water. There's also a white version. This is a still
water.
one. There's a sparkling water. It's like recyclable and it can be refilled and everything. For the first voyages, you get a little badge. We managed to get a few more, but these are I think will probably be discontinued after maybe a couple of days, so they're quite rare as well. Probably you'll see those on eBay, no doubt. And then of course on the opening night you would have got a program, like a lot of rare photographs are inside here, and also for the first night, which is the 27th, we got a sticker here as well, but subsequent ones will be probably just box standard. But it's a really nice memento of all the ins and outs of what's been happening.
Some lovely pictures
with all that. And then of course we did, I think you may have seen, I went down to buy all the newspaper reviews, all fantastic,
They'll be now put
It's the
in
only
frames.
time. It's the only time ever I'll buy that rag, and
the other one,
and that thing, the daily
Heil.
Yeah, the Daily Heil. But all the rest of the, all of them, raving. We're all raving mad, but it's just.
But we enjoyed it.
We've anything else to add? I mean, at the end of the day, we don't say too much.
A small criticism.
Okay,
From my side.
feedback.
Everything was
Feedback,
good.
yeah.
However, I would say that some of the tracks
Don't mention the tracks that actually.
I'm not going to name them.
No.
I just will say that some of the tracks need, in my opinion, to be
update
redone with the new technique.
with the technique. Yeah.
To have them live.
I mean, I've got a theory. The theory is that the certain tracks in question, because they were working to a deadline, we sold all the tickets, it's going ahead, 26, it's definitely going ahead. Possibly they weren't quite happy with the rendering of the animation or the whatever you would call it, the avataring. So rather than take it out completely and shorten it, they left in, so you get a kind of concept arty video for a couple of the tracks. Which I'm sure will probably pop up at some stage by August, maybe, hopefully, by the time I come back.
I mean, they're fabulous art video.
But I think people have been
Mm.
scratching their head thinking why, but I'm thinking there must be a good reason why that's there. So possibly those tracks will be, introduced with the avatars actually in them, as opposed to sort of just a reference to them. So that was one thing, but I got a theory that they probably will end up in the set as sung by the avatars. But again, it's just minor little things like that you think, its feedback is always constructive.
It's nothing what will spoil.
It doesn't take anything away. No.
Your enjoyment, definitely not.
No, it's definitely, the whole thing is, of course, the two new songs. I Still Have Faith in You and Don't Shut Me Down are in there as well.
On both of my visits on the Secret Show is on the second one on the 28th, the entire audience knew the lyrics and they have been singing with, so be prepared.
And of course we must talk about the very end of the 26th show, the premiere, the gala, the VIP show, whatever you want to call it, when you get at the end of The Winner Takes It All, they came out in person from their seats. Their seats, Zone H, Row 2 and Row 3. The next day,
We sat there.
in Row 2 and 3.
Still sniffing the seat.
Because it was quite funny because, those tickets, the 20, remember everybody was going crazy to get these tickets. We had them months and months ago, but pure coincidence that we ended up sitting where ABBA sat the night before. We sat in Row H, Row 2.
But again, from almost every seat you'll be enjoying great views, so don't be afraid or concerned where we seated, because most of the time people have been standing anyway.
But if you're in the future, October, November, if you're book Zone H, Row 2 25,
26.
26. Row 2, 25, 26 is the end of the row, and that's where Frida, Bjorn, Agneta. I didn't see Benny sitting in amongst those. I think maybe he was buzzing around in the other areas. But they all came on stage at the end. The crowds again, cardiac arrest, everything. It was lovely. Agneta and Frida hugged each other. Benny went off, which I thought was nice to acknowledge the band. The band, we have to give out a good shout out because they got one song was basically handed over to them for the band to shine, they are a really good band. It's really updated and stylish.
And the singers, I like the three ladies.
Yeah, really groovy hairdos and everything. And and the drummer and the guitarist, they all got a little feature during one of the songs. So I thought that was a nice nod to them by the group to hand one of the songs over to them. So Benny went off slightly to acknowledge them and came and then rejoined them. And I think at that stage, Agneta especially, I think, was really overcome by seeing all these people. And Agneta was turning to Frida and they were hugging. And then Svana and Ludwig were brought out as well to take a bow, which again wants a shout out to Svana and to Ludwig for doing such a wonderful. And I think, was that Bailey Walsh that came on? Also, the choreographer, I think it was. I don't recognise him myself, but it probably was. So they came out briefly, but then they left out the four of ABBA. So it was only maybe 2 minutes or so that they're on stage. But of course, people were just, it was really nice. And of course, then ABBA arrived by black cab. It's such a clever idea because we did see them arrive because we were outside in the fan area. We knew that they had arrived, but we personally didn't see them arrive in the black cab because they were sort of way off. But
I've seen them taller.
Did you see them arrive in the black cab? Oh,
yeah.
He's taller than us.
Yeah, he's taller because I'm short also. I'm like, I can't see. But he's got some good shots of the group arriving. They arrived by black cab. And there's a lady who, basically that little video clip of Benny flagging down the cab and everything, pure chance. Yesterday, after the third show, me and Yogi were walking back from Stratford to the hotel, and there's Benny doing this, and then I said, "Oh, but we are staying at the gantry. This is the gantry, and over there." Is the Stratford, and that's where ABBA was staying. We went to the Stratford, me and him, for a glass of red on the 25th in the evening. Little did we know that ABBA were upstairs in their rooms in the hotel. But that's so I knew that we were going to walk past the hotel, so I thought, well, I'll do a flagging down the taxi as well. So I put that on here as well as a short. So the lady driver, she saw the mixture of my clips. She said, I was the taxi driver. She went to the after party. Lucky. So she drove ABBA to, I thought the black cab, because you're in London, you're going to take some iconic transport to your premiere.
It was a great idea.
Yeah, it was good. No stretch limousine for them, just a humble cab. I thought, bravo. So that's another little thing that we've found out. The weather's
for us it's chilly.
It's chilly because we're all from Spain and we're like, But no, we've all had a wonderful. Today's a day off where we were going to do the picnic, but I think the picnic we're going to pass because of the. It's only 16 degrees. I mean, we're 32 degrees where we come from. Sorry, but So tomorrow we fly home. So hopefully, I could say so much more. We could say so much more, but it is now 29 minutes of video.
So
but anything
podcast.
to add? Today's. So
just write your comments, and Diego will be more than pleased to respond to our
And also that for the people that watch these that were actually there. Thanks for coming up and saying, "Oh, watch your videos and everything." That's really, really quite sweet.
And guys, it was a real pleasure meeting you. As you said at the beginning, we met people from all over the world.
All over the world, and so everybody's lovely.
Yes.
Everybody's lovely. Everybody's really nice, and everybody's thinking, well, we're all here. None of us a couple of years ago would have thought nothing. 1997, I was convinced that I'm giving up waiting. And then of course things started to move along a little bit, but So no, it's just it's a wonderful experience. It's a one-off time. We're getting the same thing, aren't we all? It's the end, Benny. No more. But Agnieszka, during some of the the red carpet stuff, Agnieszka's like going, what are you saying? Yeah, so Agnieszka's maybe up for it. Frida certainly is. Bjorn will just nod as well. So, is this Benny? No, this is the end. This is the end. I don't think so. What is it?
At least there may be a video from new songs or some updates.
There might be some extra bits coming in. I mean, they did film that taxi cab thing because I saw a microphone bobbing in at the top. So maybe they're doing a kind of documentary of what happened. There's got to be something official, to pack it all together. I mean, I've decided to do this video now because you've been like saying, "Oh, we can't wait." But and
our memories are still fresh.
And memories are fresh, but also there is a lot of footage out there, wobbly camera stuff and whatever. So, it's very difficult to filter through what's going on and everything. That's mainly the sort of important things that I can think of to mention. If you haven't booked, book. And I would say if you're coming from a long way, book 2 shows. Do 2. Because it's the same. It's the same, but you will see... I mean, for example, on the first day, I was like, oh. On the second or third time I went to see it, I'm seeing little shooting stars on the screen and a little this and a little something else. The Agnieszka breakdown, as I would call it, where she does that. I didn't see it the first time, but someone pointed out, just watch. The Frida solo, gimme. It's just whoa. Lay Your Love on Me is mind blowing because it's a trip. It's like an LSD trip. Not I've taken LSD, but it's it's a trip. I have not.
How would you know?
No, and just Know Me, Know You's. What other songs do you want to name?
We named them already.
Named a few. Don't give them away too much, but I mean there are spoilers and stuff like that. But filter out all the amateur clips and that and stuff like that. So we've thought, well, we'll do this now because we wanted to. I wanted to introduce these 2 people again from the live stream back in September. From September to here, that's where we are now. We're sitting there awaiting something to happen, and then we got told there's a new album. Then we were told that there was a show and it was going to be built. We thought, how can you build something? And it's all happened. It's all been done, and we've been lucky enough. So thanks again for getting us the privilege. Just it is a privilege, and this isn't where it ends.
No.
Have a lovely time in London.
Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
Comments if I've forgotten anything. But what about that? I might do it in a subsequent video.
Do you do the click like and subscribe?
No, I'm not doing that because I'm not monetized. I've got too many copyright infringements. So this channel is not making me any money. I just do it for stuff like that.
So enjoy your time in London, and if you're around, if you see us, just say hello. He has been met by so many people in the entrance.
What?
People approaching you. I've seen your videos. I think we needed half an hour longer just to.
Well, put it this way: nobody came up and punched me because So
there was one that took a long time letting go.
Oh, I know. But it's been really. So shout out to some of my personal friends as well: Lisa, Nick, Justin, Ian, Alan. Who else is there? Mark Gerke from Groenland. He was also along as well. He was out there with us. So best of luck with Groenland, Mark. He's the guy that does the new ABBA inspired material. So it's really, really nice to see him as well. But there were loads of people, from my little group that I have. Kevin Lambert as well from my little group as well. Give out a shout. He was there for the first night, and that's it really. Just so I'm not going to do the click subscribe thing because it makes no difference really as well. So
enjoy the show.
Take care.
Thank you, ABBA.
Thank you.
Yes.